As the spring weather continues to warm up and the lake levels on Boone Lake continue to rise, thoughts of boating are definitely on people's minds around here. But before you buy a new boat or get your boat on the water, there are some things you need to keep in mind. And here to tell us more about boating education and all the other things happening in the great outdoors here in East Tennessee is Matt Cameron with the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency. Man, I enjoy these monthly visits with you. I really do. Get to talk a little outdoors.
Yes, sir. We've been fishing here for about 10 minutes already.
Yeah, we really have. We been up at the South Holston River, and they're catching some beautiful trout up there right now. But you know, we're talking about boater education, and it's just like having your hunting and fishing license. You got to have that education before you get your boat out on the water.
You do. It's great for a person of any age, but it is required by law for anyone born after January 1st, 1989. So pass the test and have your wallet card while operating a powered boat, to put it simply, on Tennessee waters. People born before that are grandfathered in, but what we're seeing now is a younger generation has more knowledge in general about boats than some of the older generation does, because it's not required.
And you can do all this online. I mean, you can take the classes. They have proctors on there. You have to take an examination in order to get that license, though.
Yeah, you can study the material online or request a book that we'll send to you, study it that way, but then you have to go to a location and take a proctored exam.
Right.
And shout out to the library systems up here. They're doing most of them for us. So you call the library and make an appointment with them and bring the Type 600 permit, which costs about $10 to the library. And let's say you don't pass the test the first time, you don't have to pay $10 every time. That Type 600 certificate is good until you pass the test.
Are you finding that boater education, those classes, and then taking that test is saving lives?
Yeah, it's making a difference. It is. You know, we went from just, I think, 8 fatalities in 2019 to 32 in 2020. And the only way we can account for that jump is that people were off work and they were spending more time on the water. At the same time, it's kind of a perfect storm. Our officers were advised to not contact the public as much, so our officer presence wasn't as high on the waters. And so more boaters out there, less officer presence. We had 32 fatalities, so boating education is important. And
you know, simply to keep you all safe, to keep the public safe as well. That's why they were given that mandate to
absolutely
to kind of limit contact during COVID-19.
Yep.
But so you go to TWRA.org and find out all the information you need about boater education.
Yeah, tnwildlife.org.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
I'm sorry I got the wrong
That's
one.
All right.
There. But let's change gears just a little bit. Spring turkey season's going on. I have so many members of my family that are out there in the woods whenever they get a chance. Some of them have already tagged out, so spring turkey season is in full swing right now.
Gosh, it is. I've had the blessing of doubling with both of my sons this year.
All right.
We've been 3 times and killed 4 turkeys, and I think 125 times last year and killed 1. So
yeah,
it's going on. So if you have time to get out in the spring woods, right now is a great time to get after them.
And just make sure you're doing all the safety measures that you need to do. I mean, just make sure where you're shooting, make sure you're on the right piece of property, things of that nature.
Yeah, don't trespass, and don't assume that nobody's trespassing on your property as well. So if you hear a gobbler, it doesn't mean necessarily that is a gobbler. It could be somebody using a shaker to try to sound like a turkey, and we don't wear blaze orange when we hunt turkeys, so you've got to be 100% sure of your target every time.
And you tell people all the time that we can't mention those safety measures enough, because invariably it seems like every hunting season somebody either gets killed or gets hurt.
Yeah, unfortunately it does happen. It's a very, very small percentage of the hunters out there, but accidents can happen.
One is too many.
That's a good way to put it.
It really is. And I wanted to ask you too, and we were talking about fishing, you all are taking comments right now from the public. If they want to make a comment, if they got an idea about how to do things better as far as conservation of fishing or anything to do with fishing, they got an opportunity right now to make comments to the TWRA.
Yeah, we do that every other year for fishing and every other year for hunting. They're on a rotation. One year will be fishing comments, the next year will be hunting, because we try to keep our seasons set 2 years at a time without making any changes so that they'll have good effects. So yeah, let us know what your thoughts are on fishing.
And I mentioned it earlier, but Boone Lake's coming back up. I know a lot of people are on area rivers and everything. You got to keep safety foremost in mind. Even though you're having a great time, it's time to make sure you got your life vest and you got your fishing license first of all, and you can do that online as well.
Yeah, GoOutdoorsTennessee.com is our license sales website, and it's so simple now to get the smartphone out, go directly there and purchase them. That's how I do all mine. And if you've got the app, you've got records of your licenses on your phone. You don't even need to carry a license with you anymore. And
have you heard from a lot of people that are like already chomping at the bit to get out on Boone Lake as the water levels rise out there?
Yeah. Before they were coming up, people were asking, when's it coming up, when's it coming up? Of course, TVA controls all of that. It's up to them, but yeah, I think Boone will get back to normal here this summer.
It's going to be a good fishery, I think, when it comes back.
It will. It might take a couple years to get back to normal, but it will be.
All right, Matt Cameron, we covered some ground today, my friend, but I appreciate you being here each month.
My pleasure.
Folks, we got a lot going on. Make sure you get your hunting and fishing license in order. If you're going to be driving a boat, you got to have that boater education, and you can find out everything you need to know at that website right there at the bottom of the screen. And we're going to head back over to the kitchen with Amy right now.